They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience, you have platforms, you have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing, valuing life.
All right, here we go. Record executive exposes rap industry after Takeoff's death.
Died. I just wanted to go ahead and make a video about something I have a unique experience in. So I directed a bunch of rappers, people like Gucci Mane, Snoop Dogg, Lil Yachty, the list goes on and on and on, okay? I learned a lot of things, and I have left the industry largely over my political beliefs, but there is something I want to impart to people to hopefully, make some sort of change happen. So I have a challenge to rappers, and I know some of you still follow me. I know a bunch of the celebrity blogs still follow me from trying to get news from music videos and things like that. So here's the truth. The truth is this: a bunch of young black male rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives. The record executives that push for them to continue to make songs and create a culture that is obsessed with death, drugs, and sex. Period. The industry's obsessed with it, but those record executives, they're not dying because they don't push this culture on their own people, but they're encouraging you to push it on yours, and they're paying you handsomely to do it. The reality is, I know a lot of you. A lot of you are good people. You're family guys. You're not the image that you put out there to the world. Why? Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Make music about the culture you want to see. Don't just get online today and talk about how, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Be the change you want to see. Inspire it in your community. Reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. We're being used. You've been used for a long time. They create this parody.
Do you have something you wanted to say about that?
I was going to keep listening, but since you paused, this is exactly true. And I think very few rappers, because again, the money is good for them. But let's be honest, he's like lying. He's telling you everything. I've been talking about some of this stuff on the channel. Is that community and the black community who are buying those that are consuming it, we need to take a good mirror and asking ourselves, like, oh, there is a serious problem here in this culture, and own up to it.
It's almost as if they're like the equivalent of selling drugs. It's just a different medium of selling drugs to the black culture.
And we buy it hook, line, and we spread that stuff our community, and then we so the same rappers that are making the music at the hands of their fans. We have to think about that and ask the big question, man. What are we gonna do different?
Yeah. Speaking a lot of truth. All right.
And those videos don't get a lot of views.
No, and that's the sad part.
Mm-hmm.
Like people like Tom McDonald.
That's why because they want views. Unless we bring people.
All right, let's continue.
All right. Let's do it.
Paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been. The government has wanted to hold down communities of people in different ways through different methods for a very long time. Their method in the black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money. so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was. And in doing so, they created a world that also made people more dependent on government, and as a result, gave themselves more power. The record executives that push you to do this, to go and continue to profit off the backs of your work, they're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots with the government. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience, you have platforms, you have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing, valuing life, than they are of anything else. So I challenge you, use your power to do the right things. If you continue to do the same thing you've done, more rappers like this are going to die. How many have to die before you change the culture? And let me tell you something else. There's a reason the record labels pay us more to do rap videos. They don't tell you that, do they? Do they off the backs of your work? They're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots.
Are good?
We good. We good.
Okay.
With the government. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience, you have platforms, you have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing, valuing life, than they are of anything else. So I challenge you, use your power to do the right things. If you continue to do the same thing you've done, more rappers like this are going to die. How many have to die before you change the culture? And let me tell you something else. There's a reason the record labels pay us more to do rap videos. They don't tell you that, do they? Do they tell you that they pay us more to do your videos? Because they do. They do it because they know it's more dangerous. They do it because they know it's more difficult, and they do it because, frankly, there's a lot of money laundering involved. Those labels wash a bunch of money through. We don't do it, but we know the labels are doing it 100%. Okay, they're then taking the money off the top end, and you see on your royalty check, oh, they spent $150,000 on this video. Did they? Because we didn't see $150,000. Okay, and to who? Their friend's company? A lot of times that's the case. Same thing with insurance companies. They charge us more to insure your videos. And it's because they know the culture that's been created. They know that the only possibility of a music video being shot up is on a rap video. And that's the truth. So change the culture. You have the power. Your people deserve it. You guys.
And see, that's where I was saying the other day, where these music industry artists or music people take out huge insurance policies on rap artists.
Yeah.
And they don't get paid out to the families, they get paid out to the companies.
Yeah.
Because they know what these rap artists are putting out is more than likely going to get them killed.
Yeah. True.
And
So
because
they know exactly what that life tells me. It's not just the rappers we have to look at. Labels need to be challenged
and held accountable.
They sign on to this stuff. They have to give the okay. They give the for this stuff to be put out in the community. Rappers doing it. Rappers are doing it. Labels want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
Are the ones.
because they think they're just going to get a big payday, and that's all it is to them. And
Mhm.
they want their voice to be heard, and they think this is how they're going to get famous and get their name out there and everything.
Mhm.
But really, all it is just killing them in their communities.
Yeah, yes, it is. That's the goal. The
Like this
people's
is this is the,
of
this is the new crack epidemic.
yes, it is. So
Hi,
it
Megan.
shows you that these records are they're wicked. These are some, and they don't care much about people. Mag, they don't care much about any and destroy communities.
No, you gotta change your name.
It's,
You got the same name as me.
I can fix it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame.
And this is what he's saying is, you guys, you have the power to do better. Why aren't you doing better? Use your voice,
Hey,
stand up, say something, and
mhm,
make your communities better by the music you're putting out.
it's true. A lot of them refuse to admit. It's just they keep on saying the music doesn't lyrics, and I'm like, you think there's just much money on you when they know the very power of they're not wasting their time. Oh, they know what you guys are doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. So New York,
Sweet.
who you guys
I'll be voting
are voting
tomorrow.
for as far as governor
Uh,
in the
well,
ballot right now?
definitely not Hochul. Anybody but Hochul.
Hoko just wants to take all your guns away.
Mm-hmm.
She's determined to be in New York.
That's it. Lee Zeldin.
At least the at least
He's the one that's going up against Hochul. Yep.
what there was a debate. He's a Republican.
Yep. And he actually wants to repeal the New York Safe Act.
Yeah,
I mean, that
these
would be the best thing that ever happened in New York, to
right
be
because these
quite honest.
criminals, these they just benefit from it,
Yeah.
suffering.
You're disarming legal citizens. That's all it is.
Shame on them.
And empowering them to do what they do.
Yeah, it's evil.
So
All right.